Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we are covering Unfezant. Unfezant was the Gen 5 bird Pokemon, the flying type Pokemon that you do get early on. Now Unfezant isn't a particularly amazing one, but it does have a couple of situations where it can work really well. It has pretty good speed and really good attack, so actually it can work pretty nice if you use it in the right ways. I've got two generic sets and one dynamax set here today, so we're going to talk about these two generic sets first. Now, the first one is much more of a support set. This isn't going to be taking out many mons, but it is going to help support your other Pokemon, particularly slower ones and ones that are affected by hazards. So I've got Heavy Duty Boots. Heavy Duty Boots stops the hazards from affecting the Pokemon, and that can have a huge benefit. Especially to a flying type and stealth rocks, because you're not losing 25% of your health. I've put defog on here to get rid of status effects, get rid of traps that are set on the field, any hazards that have been set up. Use defog to get rid of those. Roost to heal up your health, because you are probably going to take a little bit of damage as you go along with here. And Tailwind to double the speed of members of your team for a couple of turns, which can mean you can get a slower Pokemon in, but it will have the benefit of a doubled speed. And then I've put Facade on this thing, just in case, for example, you get burned. It doubles its damage, and yeah, it can do a lot of damage in general, or it's just a generic normal type move. You can replace it with something like Air Slash, or not Air Slash, maybe Brave Bird, for example. Yeah, Brave Bird, for example. EVs got max HP and max defense with an Impish Nature, so more defense and less special attack, and 8 EVs in attack, or 4 EVs if you've gone for the max HP, but that is up to you. Now, this is a very defensive mon, so ideally it's going to be able to tank a few physical hits on you, and I've got Big Pex has the ability here. This prevents other Pokemon from lowering your defense stat, which is really handy, especially when you're focusing on being a defensive wall. The second set I've come up with is a choice band set. Now, as I said, the speed isn't too bad and the attack is really good, so if you put a choice band on this, and super luck, which means its critical hit ratio is increased by 1 stage, so there's more chance of critical hits. I've put Brave Bird on this, strong, powerful flying type move. Night Slash, strong dark type move. Quick attack, because sometimes having that priority can be really handy. And then U-turn, because sometimes you want to fake out and just switch out whilst breaking things like sashes, or just putting a little bit of damage on a Pokemon. EVs, I've put max attack and max speed on this thing with a Jolly Nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. So this thing is just going to try and do as much damage as possible. If you have a Pokemon that has Wish on your team, it'd be really handy, because Brave Bird can then your health can be replenished, so you can use Brave Bird more frequently. The last set I've gone for is much less of a Dynamax set, more of a set that is going to focus on supporting your team. So you can Dynamax with this, but there isn't too much point. I think Unfezant is probably one of the few mons that you don't really want to Dynamax with. It doesn't get any benefit from Dynamaxing. And what I've put on here is I've put Wish, Protect, Toxic, and Brave Bird. So Wish, 50% in recovery of your health the next turn, which can be good if you can actually live that turn, which is why I've also got Protect on here as well, because that can cause the Wish to actually take action without you taking damage. Toxic, to start racking up some generic toxic damage. The Wish and Protect doubles up those turns, so actually you can rack up a bit more toxic damage. You can stall it a little bit more effectively than if you was just to have something along the lines of Roost. And also with Wish, you can switch out to another Pokemon and give them that Wish, and they will heal their health. And then I put Brave Bird, as I said, strong, powerful, flying type move, which can do a lot of damage. Leftovers on this to try and heal as much health as possible, and Big Pex to prevent any of your defense stats going down, or to prevent your defense stat going down. EVs have got max HP and max defense with an Impish Nature, so more defense and less special attack. Then 4 EVs in attack, because we might as well pop them in there. Now, as I said, Unfezant, not a huge dynamax mon. You could use a Brave Bird, similar to the choice band, use Brave Bird to increase your speed up as much as possible, but that is just one option. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.